What's up, everybody? I'm reviewing episode 2 of Prison School. Oh, I forgot to say welcome back anyway. From the last week I reviewed episode 1 and it had a little of a break point with a little bit of a cliffhanger. Worst case scenario, but they didn't show it. So last week they reviewed the part when he climbed up the tree and then he fell down and the show ended like that. So episode 2, I'm gonna give you a little rundown of how this actually went through. Like I said, remember the part he fell down? They showed it. So at the start of the show, they show him as his eyes glared up and he see him peeing. She actually peed on the ground and he's looking at her peeing. And then Hana flipped out, all crazy and everything. And all the guys was like cheering for him, like he actually see a girl's pussy and peeing and all stuff. And it was like, yay! He lifted him up like a prison parade or whatnot. But he still vowed to make a commitment to the girl he loved, to the going to the sumo tournament on Saturday. So he had which brings me to my review of episode 2. So basically, he had a rundown with found a way to get out. So what he did is he grabbed a fork, hid it behind the shed to pretend he's disposing garbage, and start making a hole underneath the ground. Like most prison movies, they dig a hole and escape. That's what he was doing. So he used the fork, he tried getting stuff out, and then Hana, who wants nothing more than his dick, because I know she wants that deep. So what she did is she caught him and he's like, turn around, I want you to see you pee, because she feel like, okay, you saw me pee, so I'm gonna see you pee. She wants to see that so bad. So he covering himself like this, he's covering. And long story short, he got pulled away by one of these prison mates. Now, this guy, his friend Gakuto, I forget what his name was. He was a guy with glasses. You're gonna see him. To me, he's like the MVP of this episode. He's more like the architect of the group, And he knew this plan. He knew his plan from the start, because when he saw the girl that he loves, as soon as he saw that paper throw out the window into the shed, it's like he knew that he was going to escape anyway. So at lunchtime, they were sitting down while Andre and Joe was playing patty cake. He told him, so you're going to find a way to escape. You're escaping, aren't you? And now, it's not that he didn't trust him. He just wanted to know why he trusts him. And long story short, not long story short. Anyway, he told him, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get to that sumo tournament, because that's what friends do. You help me, I help you. That's what it is. Now, he did some crazy ideas to make sure he could buy him some time for when, or hit him with the whip, or getting roundhouse kicked or axe kicked by the security. It was really tough, hard these days for him. Even when getting his ass kicked in blood, he's really putting up a show. Then what would you imagine from him? That's it. Now here's the thing. Before I even go on, I'm gonna say the little thing. When I saw Joe, the guy with the hoodie, and him coughing up blood, when he pushed him, he was only caring for the ants. And to me, he likes bugs, ants, you name it. But he's like a Shino from Naruto. You know how Shino is, where he's in that dark hoodie, and he's wearing that dark hoodie, and he got that wearing the dark shades. No one didn't recognize him. He's like some drug dealer hiding in the shadows like this. So what are you looking at? He's like that. With Joe, on the other hand, it's the same thing. You may not see it, but if you really, really, really look closely at him, his personality-wise and whatnot, you kind of see Joe as Shino from Naruto. But anyway, the only reason he got the idea he wanted to escape is because when Joe pushed him, he saw ants going through a colony of ants going through a hole. So that's give him the idea of, oh, I'm gonna escape there. That's the easy way. So him and his friend, they had some moments, like the shower scene. And you know what happens when prisoners and showers come together. It's like, ding. That's how it is, And he touching his bag slowly, he wanted that. He wanted to up there, but it was not like him. Nah, it wasn't. So he planned. So him and his friend pretend to use the book as he makes some X's and O's in the book. It's kind of like looking at the strategy like you see from a football game basketball game with the X and the O's this way wide open. And as he and his friend designed it, it was more like, oh, this is the school, this is the playground, this is the, it's kind of like that. So I give him the MVP of this thing. Now, at one point they were fighting in this. At one point they were fighting, and this was a little bit of a craziness because as he tried to sit down, as he tried to trying to like ignore the whole fact, he was Hana, the one with the blonde hair, the kicks, she came in and stopped the fight. But when she stopped the fight, he pushes him, and the whole shed fell down. Which brings me to the weirdest of the weirdest part. This was like the most craziest thing ever in this freaking crap. I mean, the Madam Secretary, not the student council, but the Madam Secretary, the one with the whip, she told those two guys heads or tails. So they're like, heads, tails. So he tripped one of the guys. She sat on his face, like her pussy's on his face. And she goes like, I can't breathe. And as the other guy bending down, and he started whipping his ass with the whip, like and it was crazy. It was so crazy. I had to rewatch that over and again, like, what the fuck did I just saw? I was laughing. That's one shocking moment. Now, the other shocking moment is when he does the exact difference of that. I mean, knocked down the shed, and these two was laughing. And they were laughing at it. Once they were laughing, it was, they had this plan from the start. Once the shed got destroyed, they had to find a way to dig under the place. So, they had to get rid of Hana because Hana was watching them. So, he didn't want to use the bathroom, but he had to because she gave them some tea, which causes him to make sure he got to use the bathroom. So what he did, he started to run to the nearest bathroom he came. So he ran into the girl's bathroom. Hana jumped in, grabbed the bottom of my arms, and trying to zip down his pants so she could see him pee. And she got him, but at the barrel of it, it didn't work as well as what we thought. Because as soon as he zipped down her pants, she got a turn on. But he couldn't, he trying to move around, so as soon as she fell, he also let go, and he peed on her. Like, peed on her for real. Now, I know that is not supposed to show that because it's some kind of hentai quack thing. But you kind of get how it looked when you imagined you kind of imagine his turn on when he had to be like, oh, you got to imagine when he peed like that. But she screamed, this Madam Secretary came in, and she didn't tell her that, oh, I peed on her. It was more like, I fell, it was an accident. So now Hana's out the way. So now they have to get rid of the Madam Secretary for this one. But that's pretty much the ending of, that pretty much was the ending of episode 2. Overall, this is one of those shows that you gotta repeat watching over and over and over again because it's so funny how exactly what makes this show pretty good on a couple of bases. So, out of 5 stars on this show, I'm gonna give it the highest rating of 5 stars. So that's 2 5 stars in a row. Episode 1, 5 out of 5. Episode 2, 5 out of 5. So that's it. Tune in next week for episode 3 of Prison School with questions like, will they escape? Will they go on a date? Or is the worst push comes to shove when the worst of the worst comes in play? Thank you.